Hello everyone. Today we are going to perform a practical related to electrical engineering. So today we are measuring voltage, current and power. Okay. So our aim is to learn the measurement of voltage, current and power using voltmeter and ammeter. And for this performing this practical we require DC network developing kit, multimeter, and for connection we required connecting wires. So you can see here in this measurement of voltage, current and power experiment, this voltmeter is connected in parallel with the resistor R1, that is V1, and the voltmeter V2 is connected parallel with the resistor R2, and ammeter is connected in series. Okay, so this is the circuit diagram. Okay, and with the help of this circuit diagram in a DC network circuit we will find the current, voltage, and after then we will multiply voltage and current and we will get power. P is equal to V cross I. So let's go to electrical lab and we will perform this practical there.
Hello everyone. Today we are performing practical of measurement of voltage, current and power through this DC trainer kit. This is a DC trainer kit in which from here we will get the DC supply which is variable between 0 to 30 watt. Now what we have to do is we have to connect this circuit like this. Okay, so this circuit means this is a supply which is this variable DC supply. So from the positive terminal of the supply we have to connect the negative terminal of it to the resistance. So how we will connect? Positive terminal of a supply to the first resistor, that is 1 kilo ohm. Okay, so we have connected this positive terminal to the positive terminal of this resistor 1 R1 1 kilo ohm. Okay, and now what we will do, from the negative of the first resistor we will connect to the positive of ammeter. So from the negative of this 1 kilo ohm resistor we will connect to the ammeter. This is ammeter, so positive of ammeter. Okay, now from the negative of ammeter we will connect to the second resistor. So this is negative of ammeter, and from here we will connect to the second resistor which is taken as 2K2 ohm, that means 2.2 kilo ohm. So we are connecting here. Okay, now then we will connect the negative of the second resistor to the negative of the supply. So we will connect the negative of second resistor to the supply. So this is closed loop is perfect. Now we need to measure the voltage. Voltage is always measured in parallel. So what we have to do is we have to connect the positive terminal of source to the voltmeter's positive and negative terminal of source to the negative terminal of voltmeter. Similarly, to measure the voltage across first resistor, we have to connect positive terminal to the voltmeter's positive and negative terminal to the voltmeter's negative terminal. But here we only have 2 voltmeter. So either we can measure this 2 voltage or this 2 voltage, because we need to measure 3 voltages: supply voltage, voltage across R1 and voltage across R2. So here what we will do is we will use digital multimeter. So by using this digital multimeter, first you have to turn on this digital multimeter and you have to place the arrow on the side of DC voltage. Okay, on DC voltage you have to select the range. So here we are working under the range of 20 volts, so I have selected 20. Now what you can do is, this red wire means a positive and this black wire means a negative. So these 2 leads are there. You have to connect these 2 leads to the positive of supply and to the negative of supply. So from this digital multimeter you will get the answer once we supply on the switch. Now let's talk about these 2 resistors. So the positive of resistor to the positive of voltmeter and negative of resistor to the negative of voltmeter. So this voltmeter will show the voltage across first resistor, that is R1. Similarly, the positive of second resistor connected to the second voltmeter and negative of this resistor is connected to the negative of second voltmeter. So here we have completed whole circuit. Okay, this ammeter is connected in series, so it will show the current. This 2 voltmeter will show the reading of 2 voltages of this 2 resistor, and this multimeter will show the reading of the supply voltage. Now turning on the switch. So if we turn on the switch and if we turn on the supply of this kit, okay, so right now the supply voltage is 0. Because we have not moved this variable voltage control. So if we are moving the variable voltage control, you can see that here supply is given to this circuit now. Okay, so given voltage to this circuit is approximately 9.5 or 9.4. This voltage is given to this circuit. This is ammeter, and this ammeter will show the current flowing through this circuit. This is in milliampere. So 4 milliampere current is flowing through this circuit. So in this way we have measured the current through this circuit. Now let's talk about the voltage. So the supply voltage is measured by this multimeter, and it shows the reading of 9.5. And the voltage across the first resistor is given here, and the voltage is 2.9, or you can say 2.8 approximately, or 3 volts approximately. So the voltage across the first resistor is 3 volt, and the voltage across second resistor is approximately 6 volt, or you can even take 6.2 and 2.9. So the addition of this two voltage is near to this 9.4. So we can say that in this way we can measure the voltage and current through any given circuit. To measure the power, you have to multiply the given voltage and current. So that means 9.4 voltage and 4 milliampere current, and P is equals to V into I. You will get the power of this circuit.
Our next topic is staircase wiring and tube light wiring. In this, you can see these all are the stairs. Okay, on these stairs, at the lower portion there is a switchboard, and at end of this stair the switchboard is connected. Okay, and there are two-way switches are fixed at the lower side and upper side of these stairs. Okay, and bulb is connected with this series. Okay, so when this switch is on, at that time the phase is completed, and you can see the power will continue, and the power will continue, and you can see the bulb will glow. Okay, but whenever we are pressing this switch off, at that time this circuit will be break, and the bulb will be not on at this time. Okay, so by this way this staircase wiring works. Now the question is, why we require two-way light switch wiring? Okay, so staircase circuit connection wiring is different from one-way control light switch, and we did not use one-way switches in this connection because we need to control or switch on or off the lamp for both places, from the top side as well as from the bottom side or down side. Okay, now how this two-way control light bulb connection works? So in this wiring connection we use two-way switches in which we have 3 terminals. In this terminal, 1 is common and 2 are the connection. We can use it for many connection using different connection methods. For example, we use it for changing the flow of current positive to negative. The circuit of controlling lamp from two-way switch is simple. In this connection we use two-way switches. For this, first of all connect the neutral wire to the lamp or bulb socket, and then connect the phase or line wire to the common terminal of the first two-way switch. The do connection between other terminals of the first and second switch terminal with one another as shown in below diagram. In last, connect a wire between a lamp socket, second terminal, and second switch common terminal as shown in this diagram. Okay, you can see here the switches are connected as per our discussion, and when we are pressing the switch from the lower side, the connection, the phase is completed, the circuit is completed, and the bulb will glow. And when we want to switch off this bulb, at that time with the help of this switch 2 we can also close off the bulb. This is the same thing which we have already discussed. Okay, now tube light wiring. So in this wiring you can see there is a switchboard which is provided. One phase is connected to the part pin 1 2 side, and another side pin part 2 side also there is a connection, and there is a junction box. Okay, and by this way we can also control the tube light connection. Tube light is not connected in the supply main directly, although it operates at 230 volt and 50 hertz. Some auxiliary electrical components are used to insert in the installation to support the tube light operational principle. The total electrical components for tube light, single tube light installation are choke, starter, switch, and wires. Choke. So we know that choke is the electromagnetic ballast or electronic ballast. Starter, so it is small neon glow of lamp. Switch, that is used to on and off, and wires are used to make the connection. Now faults. So what is fault? So in electrical system, there is some barrier in the path of flow of the current. For example, short circuit is a fault in which current bypass the normal load. Electrical networks, machine and equipments are often subjected to various types of the faults while they are in operation. When fault occurs, the characteristic value such as impedance of the machine may be changed from the existing value to different value till the fault cleared. Okay, there are different types of faults in the electrical system which are given like open circuit fault, short circuit fault, symmetrical faults and unsymmetrical faults. So today we are going to discuss about open circuit and short circuit faults. So open circuit fault. So this fault occurred due to failure of one or more conductors. The figure you can see below illustrates the open circuit faults for single, two and three phase, or we can say conductors in open condition. The most common causes of these faults include joints, failures of the cables and overhead lines, and failure of one or more phase of the circuit breaker, and also due to melting of a fuse or conductor in one or more phases. Open circuit faults are also called as series faults. These are unsymmetrical or unbalanced types of fault except three-phase open fault. Now, which are the causes for open circuit faults? So broken conductor, malfunctioning of circuit breaker in one or more phases, effects, so abnormal operation of the system, danger to the personnel as well as animals, exceeding the voltage beyond the normal values in certain parts of the network, which further leads to insulation failures and developing of the short circuit faults. Next is the short circuit faults. So a short circuit can be defined as abnormal connection of very low impedance between 2 points of different potential, whether made intentionally or accidentally. These are the most common and some kind of fault resulting in the flow of abnormal high current through the equipment or transmission lines. If these faults are allowed to persist even for a short period, it leads to the extensive damage to the equipments. Short circuit faults are also called as shunt faults. These faults are caused due to the insulation failure between phase conductors or between the earth and phase conductors or both. The various possible short circuit faults condition include 3-phase to earth, 3-phase clear to earth, phase to phase, single phase to earth, 2-phase to earth and phase to phase plus single phase to earth. The three faults clear, the three-phase fault clear of earth and three-phase fault to the earth are balanced or symmetrical short circuit faults, while other remaining faults are unsymmetrical faults. You can see in this image the three-phase clear of the earth, three-phase to earth and phase to phase short circuit faults are there. Now, which are the causes of short circuited faults? So these are maybe due to internal or external effects. Internal effects include breakdown of transmission lines or equipments, aging of insulation, deterioration of insulation in generator, transformer and other electrical equipment, improper installation and inadequate designs. External effects include overloading of the equipments, insulation failure due to lightning surge and mechanical damage by the public. So this is all about this basic electrical system. In this lecture we have learned how to measure voltage, current and power. Okay, what are the different faults in the system and staircase wiring. Okay, so thank you for watching this video.